Hi friends, welcome to this level 2 30-minute class with a good combination of strength and stretch to have you feeling empowered and feeling good by the time that you're done. We are focusing a little bit on twists today, so we'll be peaking in Revolved Warrior 3 or Revolved Half Moon, whichever one you like to call it. All you need for today is a blanket and your mat. At the end, we will, as always, we will end with Shavasana. That's optional. So I recommend you stay for a little bit, but I'll be playing music and letting you optionally move into Shavasana if you want to. So if you need to move on with your day, make sure that you calmly rise up out of your practice afterwards and calmly move into the day rather than just getting up quickly, or stay in the Shavasana for a little bit. We're gonna start right now and I'll see you on your mat. Welcome to your practice. Let's come to a child's pose. So bring the feet together, the knees wide. Walk your hands forward and put your forehead on the ground. Start to deepen your breath. Longer inhales, longer and softer exhales. And then walk your hands forward so the elbows lift off the ground. So your forehead is still down, the elbows are lifted, and the arms are nice and straight, so that way you get more of a shoulder stretch. Keep crawling the fingertips forward for one more breath. And then slowly walk your hands up into table. Plant the left hand down and slowly reach your right arm to the sky. Lift and reach it up. Notice if you start to sink into the left shoulder and press down into your hand so your left shoulder moves away from your ear. Inhale. Exhale, weave your right arm through to the left side. Set your right shoulder on the ground. Now, you might have done this pose before. We're gonna change it up a little and add a little something to it. So place your left hand flat on the ground, so your left elbow is pointing up to the sky. And without actually moving your right shoulder, plug it back in space, like you're trying to come out of the position the way you came into it. So you can feel this action, this engagement of the right shoulder blade, and also around the left shoulder blades. The whole upper back is being engaged. We're waking it up. One more breath. And reach your right arm up to the right. Inhale. Exhale, place it back down. Take your left arm up. Inhale, reach. Stay on your exhale and continue to breathe here. Notice if your hips start to really shift over to the left and sort of bring them back to center. Feel the strength in your core as you revolve around your spine. Inhale. Exhale, weave your left arm through to the right. And same thing here, you're going to plant your right hand down so the right elbow points up to the sky. And plug your left shoulder back. Keep plugging it back, feeling that engagement. It's a very active pose, thread the needle pose. One more full breath. And take your left arm back up to the left. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. All right. From here, tuck your toes and lift your knees and hips off the ground for downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Make any adjustments that you need. My favorite thing to do here is really just let the head hang and shake the head no. And that feels really good, for me at least, in the neck. Maybe it does for you too. Make sure your fingers are spread and you're pressing down through the palms of the hands. And then find stillness in down dog. Just check in with yourself. How am I feeling right now in this moment? We don't have to be feeling good all of the time, right? We're just checking in and being real with ourselves. How do I feel? What do I need? From here, go ahead and walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Take little steps, little baby steps. And when you get to the front, take a half lift and lengthen the spine, shifting the weight into your toes rather than the heels. On your exhale, fold forward over your legs. Notice if it feels tight, it's the first forward fold of the day, so that is normal. Lift up halfway. Fold forward again. And then on your next inhale, stand and slowly reach your arms all the way up to the sky or the ceiling and bring your hands to your heart. Bring the arms down by your sides, root down through your feet. Lift through the inner arches of the feet and spread the toes. Then reach your arms up, inhale. Take the whole exhale to go down to the ground. Feel the fingers touch. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. So we'll just do a couple sun salutation bees. So shift forward in your plank, lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes and lift up for cobra. Lower back down to the ground, tuck your toes, lift your thighs, press up to plank. Downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Look forward, walk or hop your feet to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Make sure your neck is long. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Shift forward. This time you can do chaturanga if you'd like. So you just lower halfway and you pause, or you can come all the way to the ground. And then upward facing dog or cobra. Just a back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breath in and out. Look forward, step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach. Hands to the heart center. One more time, arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step or hop back to chaturanga. Or lower all the way down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, stand and reach. And bring your hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Take your blanket and slide it right, bring it in the middle of the mat towards the back a little. We're going to want to use it for our knees in a minute. And then come back to the front of your mat. Reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, step your left foot back behind you. Set your back knee down and reach your arms up. Stay there. And then take your arms straight out in front of you. Squeeze your hips in towards each other so there's a lift, there's a strengthening, and take your right arm back behind you. So you're twisting to the right. And keep drawing the right hip back. Keep lifting through the core like you have a string at the base of your pelvis in the middle of your body, lifting you up. Then take both arms forward, reach both arms up, inhale. Exhale, put your hands down inside of your right foot and bring your right foot over to the right. So now you're in lizard. Take a moment there. Lizard's one of my favorite places to be. You can lift your back knee up. So lift your back knee off the ground and take your right arm up to the sky. We're going to do kind of a funky variation of lizard. So roll onto the outer edges of both feet if it's okay on your knee. If it hurts your knee, don't do it. Reach your arm up. Keep lifting that back thigh up so you're not letting it sag down. It's staying straight. Inhale. Exhale, put your right hand down. Good. Now put your knee down and straighten your right leg. So it's like half splits, but your right leg is out to the right side. It's a little different today. Flex your foot, lengthen your spine. Good. So lengthen your neck too, so your neck isn't cranking up towards the sky. So just look at the front of your mat. And draw the right pinky toe back and just enjoy the hamstring stretch, the calf stretch. If you need to fold a little deeper, you can do so by hinging at the hips. One more full breath. Now, plant your hands and take your right leg around behind you for setting up for bird dog. So your right leg straight back behind you. The rest of your body's in table. Take your left arm forward. Inhale. And exhale, bring your knee and elbow slowly together, as slow as you've ever done it. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Pause. Set your left hand down. Keep the right leg lifted. And actually take your left arm back out again. Bend your right knee. Now take your left arm around, grab onto your foot. And if you're not able to, then just keep everything extended. Then lift the foot up, or lift the knee up, press a foot into the hand. Create this back bend. Again, if it's too much early on in the practice, then just take it a step back. No big deal. And then extend everything back out. Good. Put your left hand down, keep your right leg lifted, and tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee an inch off the ground, and then go to three-legged dog. Take your right leg up and back. Breathe here. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Draw the left hip back, let the left heel sink down, but the left knee is also bent at the same time. A lot of sensation there. And then lift your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands into low lunge. Okay, so pause there in low lunge. I'm just turning the other way, but you stay where you are. Fingertips on the ground. You could also put your hands on blocks, and we're going to hop switch. So switch to the other side. And again, hop switch. And one more time, hop switch. So now your left foot is forward. Place your back knee down. Reach your arms up for Anjanasana. Draw the low ribs in and lengthen. Take your arms forward and your left arm back behind you. So you're twisting to the left. Should feel good in the body. And then take your left arm forward. Reach both arms up. Inhale. Squeeze everything up and in. And exhale. Put your hands inside of your left foot. Move your left foot over to the left. Straighten out your left leg. So maybe probably slide the left heel forward a little. Lengthen your spine. I'm on my fingertips. And then keep breathing here, or maybe you want to put your palms flat and go forward a little bit more. Draw the left pinky toe back. In fact, I'm actually on the fingertips, but forward at the same time. So figure out what feels natural in your body. And maybe none of this feels natural, and that's okay. But that's kind of part of the practice, is learning to, instead of just taking instruction and doing the poses, because that's what you're told, learning to actually feel it in your body in a way that feels good and adjusting it for your practice. And then plant your hands down. We're going to swing the left leg around so it's straight back behind you. And take your right arm forward. Draw the low ribs up and in. Inhale. Exhale, knee and elbow slowly together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Hold there. Exhale, bend your left knee. Grab onto the foot with the right hand. Kick up and lift. Make sure that you're keeping your core strong by drawing the ribs up and in at the same time that you're back bending. One more breath. Extend everything back out. Inhale, get long. Exhale, just right hand down. Tuck your toes, keep breathing. Lift your right knee an inch off the ground. Hold. Three-legged dog, left leg up and back. Bend your left knee, open your hip. One more breath here. Straighten your leg back out, square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Low lunge. Fingertips down. We'll hop switch. Go. Switch. And again, switch. Last time, switch. Now step forward, front of the mat, halfway lift. Fold forward. You can use this time to slide the blanket out of your way. Inhale, stand and reach up. Hands to your heart center. Arms down by your sides. Chair pose. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Breathe. Take your arms behind you, interlace them. Lift, or draw your arms back. Keep the palms together. Lift your chest a little and draw the ribs in. Inhale. Knee and your forehead touch, so go down. Exhale. So bring your forehead towards your knees. They don't really touch, but in that direction. Keep sitting back in your heels. You're still in chair. Now come back up, reach your arms all the way up. Inhale, still in chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back behind you into lunge. And take your right arm up to the sky. Keep your left fingertips down, just the fingertips, not the palm. Press down through your feet, rise up to high lunge. Open arm twist. Keep the back knee a little soft here, so it's not going to straighten all the way out. Then take your arms forward. Keep the back knee soft. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe. Soften your shoulders. Straighten your right leg. Inhale, triangle, exhale. Bring the right hand just onto the top part of your shin and your left arm up. So there's not a lot of weight here. Just a nice triangle. Rotate the chest up. You want your top hip slightly angled downwards, so it's not cranking back, it's slightly angled down. The right hip is drawing back. And then from there, you rotate around to the sky. Okay, rise back up to warrior two. Flip your right palm. Reverse warrior. Inhale. And on exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the ground. Pause here in low lunge. Straighten your right leg. Step your back foot in a little for pyramid and turn the toes out to the left. Lengthen and fold over the right leg. Good. Lift up halfway, look forward. Walk the hands forward and lift your back leg up for standing split. So lift your left leg as high as you can, and notice how the left hip opens up to the left. So lift it as high as you can. Now square off the hips a little bit. It's not going to be completely squared. And flex your foot. Notice how much engagement this brings into the leg. As slow as you can, step back to low lunge with control. Plant the hands, step back into a one-legged plank, and take your left arm forward. Hold here, an awkward plank. So you just have right hand down, left foot down. The rest are lifted. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Set everything down, plank. Shift forward, lower down halfway for chaturanga, hold, and rise back up to plank. Now lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Take your arms back and lift up for Shalambhasana for locust pose. Reach everything up. And then place your hands down on the ground, but keep your legs lifted for a moment. Upward facing dog, so keep all that strength in your body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward. Float or step forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, stand and reach the arms up. Hands to your heart. Arms right down by your sides. All right, moving on. Chair pose. Sweep the arms up. Arms behind you. Interlace so the opposite thumb is on top, whichever one feels weird. Inhale. Exhale, fold, but stay in chair. Chest comes down towards your thighs. Toes are a little bit lifted off the ground. Good, rise back up, stay in chair, reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Keep the right fingertips down, take your left arm up. Twist, revolve. Back leg is super straight now when you're in a lower lunge like this. Now rise up to high lunge, and now the back knee gets a little bit of slack in it. The back leg is not as straight. And plug your left shoulder back. Take both arms forward, reach the arms up, high lunge. Warrior two. Straighten your left leg, triangle, Trikonasana. Make sure the shoulders are away, or the bottom shoulder at least is away from the ear, so you have a lot of space. Make sure the left knee isn't locked out. And feel this sense of expansion through the chest. It's a really beautiful sense of grounding through the feet and expanding through the upper body. Okay, rise up to warrior two. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. Reach out of your body. Cartwheel the hands down into low lunge. Straighten your left leg and come into pyramid. Lengthen that spine. You could stay here lengthened or you could fold. Perhaps if you have the flexibility, the fingertips go forward. If you don't have it yet and it doesn't feel good, then no worries. Keep pressing back through your right thigh. One more breath. Standing split. Lift your right leg up. Again, lift it as high as you can. Feel that opening of the hip. And then kind of draw it down a little as you draw the left hip back. Flex your foot. Shift. You'll feel the weight shift into the upper right side of your left foot. So like the left big toe. Inhale. And on your exhale, gently step back to low lunge. We step back into one-legged plank. Take your right arm forward. Awkward plank. Keep holding. Trust yourself here. If you feel a little wobbly, that's normal. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Plank. Keep your elbows in by your ribs as you shift forward and lower down, and then come back up to plank. Now lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. Shalambhasana, locust pose. Arms back, reach. And then plant your hands down and lift up for upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Great job, yogis. Take a couple breaths here, exhaling out of the mouth. Okay. Walk your feet in a couple inches so you're in a shorter down dog. And then take your right hand, bend your knees, take your right hand and grab onto the outer edge of your left ankle, or maybe your shin, or maybe you grab onto the heel, which would be the most challenging. And then try to look under your left armpit, like you're trying to move through that left armpit. The left leg can straighten out a bit if you are able to, if you want to. The right knee can stay a little bent. Maybe both legs go straight. No big deal. Put your right hand back. Take your left hand, grab onto the outside of the right leg, wherever you're able to, whatever feels comfortable. And twist underneath that right armpit, like you're trying to move through your arm and fly away. Not that far, really. Take one more breath. Okay, bring your left hand back and walk it all the way out into plank. Put your forearms on the ground for a forearm plank. Palms flat, legs are strong. Hold yourself here. Good. Lower your knees down to tap and then lift them back up. And lower them down. Lift them up. Lower. Lift. One more time. Lower. Lift, hold. Rise back up into a high plank. Really slow, please. And then downward facing dog. Feet together, lift your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Rise up to high lunge. All right, bring your hands to your heart. Shift forward so that your upper body is parallel to the floor. Keep shifting forward and then lift your back leg up. Warrior 3. Draw the low ribs in. Square off the hips so the left hip is in line with the right hip. Think of it this way, plug your right hip back and that'll help you get more squared. And then take your left fingertips to the ground, just fingertips, and take your right arm up. Revolved half moon or revolved warrior 3. Same thing. Keep lifting and expanding through the chest to open it to the right. Create more space in the right side body by drawing the right hip back for one more breath. Inhale. And exhale, put your right hand down. Step back to low lunge. Place your back knee on the ground and bring your hands to your heart. Good, so now we're in Anjanasana, in a low lunge with the knee down. Twist to your right, hook your left elbow over the right knee. So we're doing a lot of twisting here in this little sequence. Now lift your back knee up if you want. And try to keep the hands, I'm going to turn this way, try to keep the thumbs in line with the chest so that you're not sinking down, but there's an active lifting and expansion. Set your back knee down, come back to center, and reach your arms up, inhale. And on your exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, lift your back knee, step back to plank. Good, take side plank, facing the right side of the mat. Reach the right arm up. Good. Lift your right leg up, and then bend the knee and place the right toes right behind you so it turns into Wild Thing. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to a one-legged plank hold. Excellent. And then three-legged dog, downward facing dog with your right leg up. Set your right foot down. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Rise up to high lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. Shift forward. Your back leg gets straight here. Your back toes are hardly touching the ground as you gracefully lift yourself away. Draw the low belly in. Keep your neck long and your shoulders wide. And then place the right fingertips down. Take your left arm up. One more breath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, put your hands down. Step back to low lunge. Place your back knee down. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Twist to your left. Exhale. So elbow goes over the thigh. And then maybe lift your back knee up if you'd like. Creating a lot of space actually in the front of the right hip. And then in a lot of places throughout the whole body, which is why I love this pose. You'll notice that each day you feel it in a different place, right? Because your body changes day to day. Good. Create that expansion between the shoulder blades. One more breath. And then set your knee down. Come to center. Reach your arms up. Inhale. And exhale. Put your hands down to the ground. Step back to one-legged plank. Pause there. And then lower your foot down. Side plank. Face the left side of the mat now. And reach your left arm up. Lift your left leg up. And then place the left toes behind you. Wild Thing. Inhale. And exhale, put your left hand down, take your left leg up. Inhale. And exhale, put your left foot down on the ground, downward facing dog. Nice. All right. We're going to come through to a seat, so you can bring your hands wide if you want and hop it through, or you can just set your knees down and come through. So if you're hopping it through, get kind of bouncy, and then just land, maybe on your shins or right down onto your butt. And then we'll take the legs nice and wide. So you can turn sideways on your mat if you like. It doesn't matter. Sit tall. If your floor is really hard, it might hurt to have the heels on the floor, so be mindful of that. Maybe you turn on sideways. Lengthen. And then bring your right forearm down inside of your right leg and take your left arm up and then over your ear. Then rise back up. Bring your left forearm down, right arm up and over. The forearm won't touch the ground necessarily. My elbow is lifted. It's more important that we expand and open the chest. And from here, rise up. Good. Either stay here or start to walk your hands forward. And we'll take about 5 breaths here. So roll the thighs back, tilt the pelvis forward. That's really important here. And then walk your hands up and come upright. From here, bring the feet together and take your feet straight out in front of you. So you're in a wider diamond. Not here, but out here. And then walk your hands forward and let your head hang. Just let it hang. Don't worry about what it looks like. And start to slow down the breath. Gently start to rise back up, all the way up. And then lower down onto your back and hug the knees into your chest. Perhaps rocking side to side a bit. And take your knees wide and do the same. This should feel really good. The knees really wide, and then you rock side to side, and you can really feel the back of your pelvis down on the ground now. And grab onto the outer edges of the feet for happy baby. Soften the shoulders down. Your head should be on the ground. Tilt your pelvis forward. In other words, try to get your back of your pelvis flat to the ground. Like you're almost trying to create an arch in your lower back. And getting the tailbone to the ground. If you want to, you can grab onto the big toes with the peace fingers and perhaps straighten your legs out for Trikonasana. Get your shoulder blades down. And then you can go ahead and extend your legs nice and long to the ground. Savasana, arms wide, legs wide. Start to soften the breath. And you'll either stay here and continue on with the 10 minutes of music that I'll provide for you. And I highly recommend you do so. But if you're short on time, you can roll to your right side. And then gently press yourself to a seat. You rise up. Sit tall. Bring the hands together at your heart center. Thank yourself for showing up to your practice today. Namaste.